Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Wingstop, Sand Hills Global, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Eustis Body Shop, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Pizza Ranch, Members Owned Credit Union, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Sunbelt Rentals, Acres, Ebb Concrete, Doane University, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, and Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Now, calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
Welcome into Pinnacle Bank Arena as we turn our attention to the Class B semifinal matchups here on Semifinal Friday. Jay Foreman alongside me, Nick Sainert here from Pinnacle Bank Arena as we get ready for the number 1 seed in Class B action, the Crete Cardinals up against the 4 seed Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. Jay, this is going to be a doozy, man. We saw a good one between Skutt and Elkhorn yesterday. Probably a little bit of a better one between Crete and Bennington on Thursday afternoon. Now the 2 winners face off. Here we go.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good game. These 2 teams know each other real well, and you got to think Skutt Catholic is the defending state champion, where Crete has been the overwhelming favorite coming into the season. So everybody thinks it's going to be Crete and Norris, but you know what? Skutt Catholic has something to say. They played earlier this year to a 6-point victory by Crete, but Skutt Catholic thinks that they're going to give them a better challenge with the emergence of big man right there, Zeeble.
Well, there you go. I mean, Zeeble had a career-high points yesterday for the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. For Crete now, they're going to be missing one of their big pieces, right? He's kind of been in and out of the lineup recently. He suffered a knee injury prior to yesterday's game. That's obviously we're talking about Ben Ehlers, as he had a bulky brace on his right knee and leg yesterday, went up, came down, and as soon as that foot hit the ground, he kind of fell down, and he struggled to even walk off the floor. So he is out. He's in street close today. Right. That provides the advantage for Skutt.
Yeah, because Ben Ehlers is not only an effective scorer, inside-outside game, he's a physical presence, 6'6", about 210, 215. So when you think about Skutt Catholic having Scholl and Zeeble inside, could provide some problems. But where Crete can offset that is their size, length, and speed at the guard position and forward position. So I think they'll be fine because they have a lot of depth.
Well, I mean, you talk about depth. I mean, let's talk about just the starting point guard, though, overall for Skutt Catholic here. Yeah. Kyle Cannon comes out yesterday, has 4 3-pointers in their win against the Elkhorn Antlers yesterday, was crucial in a comeback where Brock Scholl, normally we're accustomed to seeing him over 20 points per game for Brock. Scholl down low, just a junior for the Skyhawks. Right. Kyle Cannon answered the call when Brock Scholl struggled, not only just with scoring the basketball, but also with a bloody nose the entire game.
Right. Kyle Cannon was, his big game Cannon is what he's known there at Skutt Catholic because he played really well last state playoffs, and he kept them in the game in the first half, Nick. You got to think they were dead in the water. Didn't look very energetic. They didn't look very into the game. They were getting out physical about Elkhorn, but he was bringing physicalness on the offense and defensive end and kept them in the game with his energy and obviously playmaking ability. And what it did is once Zeeble started getting going, who was just kind of like their fourth option, allowed Van Dyke and O'Doherty to kind of start getting loose, right? Because Van Dyke had to play defense first in the first half to kind of settle things out. Once Cannon started getting going, the complementary pieces really start to light it up in the second half.
So we know who the starters are, right? For Crete, it's going to be Verteen. Same as yesterday, we assume Verteen is going to kind of fill in the spot, the void that Ben Ehlers left, obviously, with his knee injury. Verteen came in immediately for the Cardinals yesterday. I want to ask you the same question in regards to both teams. For Skutt Catholic, we're expecting the same starting 5 from head coach Kyle Juergens and Cannon, O'Doherty, Van Dyke, Scholl, and Zeeble. All right, guys on the bench, right? Yeah. So whether it's a Carter Resney, whether it's a even you go through the Crete Cardinals bench, maybe Theo Bowling sees some more playing time today with Ehlers' absence. Who is it on each side that needs to make maybe a splash coming off the bench in a reserve role?
Well, I'm going to say it's going to be the battle of the Carters. It's going to be Carter Resney from Crete, and then it's going to be Carter Wisnick from Omaha Skutt, right? Both of them played a lot yesterday. Both of them have hit big shots in their career and scored points yesterday. So the battle of those two, whoever plays best coming off, and not necessarily the points, but who gives the starters some rest, who makes maybe a 50-50 ball, causes a jump ball or gets a timely steal, will pay dividends in this tight. This game is going to be tight. I think people, look, when a team comes in undefeated, you're like, okay, they'll just show up and play. Omaha Skutt Catholic has a tradition in the basketball area, just like their football team. They're going to come in and be competitive. And you know what? They feel like they have nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Crete is undefeated on the season, 26-0 if you count yesterday's win, 25-0 in the regular season. Omaha Skutt Catholic 17-6 or 18-6 if you want to count yesterday's win against the Elkhorn Antlers. Crete was able to knock off Platteview, the 8th seed, yesterday afternoon as well. This is going to be a good one. We got 4 great games on deck as we'll have 2 Class B matchups back-to-back here. A little bit of an extended break as we send it back to our 93.7 The Ticket studios. And then 2 games for Class A in the evening. Obviously, those Class A matchups will feature the Millard North Mustangs and Omaha Westside Warriors at 7:45 and Bellevue West as well as versus Omaha Central at 6 p.m. And so those are going to be 2 good ones. In Class B, obviously, we have Crete and Skutt in just a moment, but then Norris and Scotts Bluff. That's a 2 seed versus a 3 seed matchup coming your way a little after 3:15 p.m. as well from Pinnacle Bank Arena. We're getting ready for the number 1 seed, the Crete Cardinals, going up against the 4 seed, the Omaha Skutt Skyhawks on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back from Pinnacle Bank Arena.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Acres is bringing you the nation's largest indoor display of John Deere equipment and technology. Acres 2024 Ag and Turf Expo showcases everything from tillage and planting to application and harvest. We'll also offer the latest industry insights from ag professionals across the state. Join us in Grand Island at Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for a complete schedule of speakers and activities.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Arena as we get ready for Class B semifinal action here on a Friday, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you as we get you rolling with starting lineups first for the visitors on the scoreboard. Not always accustomed to being the visitors on the scoreboard on this stage. The Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, they come in as the 4 seed in Class B, 17-6 on the year. They defeated the Elkhorn Antlers and come from behind fashion yesterday, led by head coach Kyle Juergens, been to the state tournament 17 times, and they are the defending state champions after they were runner-up in 2022. Starting 5 for the Skyhawks, same as yesterday. Number 3, a 6'3" junior guard, big man yesterday in the win, pivotal, Kyle Cannon. Number 10, a 5'11" senior guard. Number 10, Will O'Doherty. Number 12, a 6'1" junior guard, averaging almost 10 points a game, Dylan Van Dyke. Number 44, the leading scorer for the Skyhawks, averaging just over 20 points per contest, 6'8" junior forward, Brock Scholl. And number 50, a 6'8" sophomore center, averaging just over 6 points and 5 rebounds per game, George Zeeble. Jay, who do you like on Skutt?
Well, I look for Scholl to get off early, right?
Yeah.
I think he
struggled a little bit yesterday.
Yes, he did. The physicality really, stymied him. It wasn't just the bloody nose. I just think that Elkhorn did a good job on him. So I think for Coach Juergens, he's going to want to get him started early and often.
So a little bit of a surprise here in the starting lineup for Crete, as they're going to, instead of start Reese Verteen, they're going to go to the 6'6" senior forward, Theo Bowling. Number 11, a 6'5" senior guard, averaging 19 a game, Aiden McDowell. Number 13, a 6'4" senior, averaging 8 per contest, Kenners Vitok. Number 20, a 6'6" junior guard, Justice Gardner. And number 23, a guy who likes to shoot the trifecta,
Right.
a 6'4" senior guard, averaging 10 a game, Trace Agee.
Yeah, I'm looking for McDowell to get started, just like Scholl. Kind of struggled a little bit yesterday, got going late in the second half. I think the star power tonight is going to have to lead the way early in this game.
Incredible crowd on hand. Crete came out. I mean, I think the surrounding towns of Friend and even Dorchester. You've been to Dorchester, Jay?
I have not been to
All right.
Dorchester.
Well, you'll have to come see my grandparents sometime.
Yeah.
They live in Dorchester, Nebraska, just about 10 minutes east or west, rather, of Crete. And I think even Dorchester, the Longhorns, the Dorchester Longhorns
I see a
fans
couple people
are
with
out
Longhorns
here, man.
up there. Yeah, it's a raucous crowd. It's Friday, semifinal Friday. You're almost to the finish line, but these are two teams that know each other.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of respect for each other, but they're going to try to get after each other today.
This is going to be a good one. Crete will be in the home whites with the red letters and numbers with Crete across the chest, while Skutt in their visiting black with Skyhawks written across the front and then SC on the top and back of their jersey. Right to left go the Skyhawks as they win the tip, and we are underway in the Class B semifinal action here on 93.7 The Ticket. Scholl works at top of the key, O'Doherty. Doherty left side now, Cannon. Cannon to Van Dyke on the top of the key. Uses the screen left, passes now left side to Scholl. Scholl, despite his size, also shoots the perimeter shot really well as well for Omaha Skutt. As Cannon will pop a tray early on, and he's unable to connect, and the defensive rebound carries out to Aiden McDowell.
Yeah, good defensive series there for Crete Cardinals. They baited him into a deep three.
McDowell tries to get a three of his own to start, unable to do so. So after one possession for each side, both teams one and done and 0 for 1 from beyond the arc. Here's Van Dyke, left side, O'Doherty in the near corner. Dribbles now to the left wing to the top of the key where it's corralled by Scholl. Right side, Van Dyke dribbling to his left. Now center of the lane, working on the left side lane, spins, kicks it out to Cannon. Cannon hit 4 threes yesterday for Skutt Catholic as O'Doherty has it right side. Now they're reversing the ball around the perimeter. Scholl with 6 on the shot clock. Picks up his dribble on the right wing at the elbow. It's Van Dyke, takes one dribble, fades away. Jumper off to the right, and the rebound corralled by Justice Gardner as Crete looks to push the pace. On the left side, it's Gardner. He hesitates, backing him down, kicks it out. 3 ball, unable to connect on the initial attempt, and the defensive rebound goes to Skutt Catholic as Cannon running and sprinting down, dumped down low. Scholl is blocked from behind and fouled by Justice Gardner.
Yeah, Cannon got the ball off the defensive glass, just jammed it right downhill on him. Got it to Scholl. Looked like a strong finish there. Got a blocking call on the shot. Kind of 50-50 there, but it's going to let you know how the ref's going to call this game starting out here real early.
So the 3 ball that was missed by Crete was off of Kenner's V-Talk, but
Yeah.
Scholl misses the first free throw, and so he'll have one more going or coming up. 0-0 still the score, 6:33 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, Coach Siski over there is talking to the ref, said he thought it was a clean block there by Gardner.
Second one is good for Scholl, so we have points on the scoreboard as it's 1-0. Omaha Skutt Catholic out in front of the Crete Cardinals as it's McDowell passes left side, Theo Bolin. Theo Bolin now to the top of the key to Gardner. Gardner dribbling to his right, spin move, kicks it out McDowell. McDowell down the center of the lane, takes the contact, no whistle, and the rebound tipped out of bounds. It goes to Skutt Catholic.
Oh, yeah. Coach Siski is not happy about that. McDowell was in air, got hit twice, kind of like a pinball. No call, Skutt Catholic ball.
So 1-0 Omaha Skutt. 6:15 to go, first quarter. Left side, here is Scholl. Now to the logo to Van Dyke on the right side. Right side now in the wing. It's Kyle Cannon with it. Cannon, a 6'3" junior, passes it to Scholl, who gives it right back to Cannon on the right wing. And we have a whistle and a foul down low away from the ball. I believe this one's going to go on Theo Bolin.
Yeah, just trying to get Skutt Catholic out of rhythm, right? Where you play against Scholl, you got to win early and often against him when you're in the defensive series. A little too physical there, just a touch foul. Nevertheless, Skutt Catholic keeps the ball.
Exactly 2 minutes into the game, they inbound it to Cannon outside the perimeter. He dribbles to his left. We haven't seen Zeeble be able to get a touch as Scholl fires a 3 and Brock Scholl connects. It's 4-0 Skutt.
Yeah, being 6'8" with a high release like that, he's able to shoot over the 6'6" Gardner. You got to get up on him. If not, he's going to hit it all day long.
McDowell able to hit a pull-up elbow jumper. I think he might have gotten fouled. He was looking for it as well, but it's 4-2. Pass down low. Paint touch for Zeeble. Zeeble shot fake, looking around, spins, and it's going to be a travel on George Zeeble, and it'll be Crete basketball.
Really good job by Theo Bolin there, staying on the ground and walling up, and then even when Zeeble tried to reverse, he kind of just nudged him, and it turned into a travel. Good job there by Bolin.
So 4-2 your score, 5:33 to play in the first quarter as Crete, without one of their leaders in Benjamin Ehlers. He's on the bench in street clothes with a knee injury. 5:26 to play in the first quarter. Ehlers probably out for the rest of the tournament. It's down the low. It's Gardner. Gardner working baseline, dumps it to Svitak, and it's a tie ball game, 4-4.
You know, Nick, against Platteview, we saw Gardner at the high post really pay dividends. Now it's just the opposite. Got to the post and fed an easy 2 points for his teammate.
Van Dyke fires the 3, and Skutt's back up 7-4 with 5:02 to play in the first.
Yeah, good 3 there by Van Dyke. He's getting started earlier, unlike yesterday.
So on the left side here is McDowell. His tough finish on the right side of the bucket, and guys are making plays early on as Skutt brings it across the timeline with Kyle Cannon. 7-6 Skyhawks as Cannon driving right side, dumps it down low. Nice find to Zeeble, and Zeeble can't hold on to it as it's taken away by McDowell. McDowell, 1-on-2 break into the defender. Layup good, and Crete has an 8-7 lead.
Yeah, McDowell's the leading scorer in school history for a reason. 6'4", can do it at all. He's imposing his will on Skutt Catholic early today.
McDowell, a 6'5 senior, averaging just under 19 a game. He already has 6 here today. 8-7 rather. Skutt trails by 1. Van Dyke with it on the top of the key now. Scholl working on Gardner. That's an interesting matchup there height-wise. Cannon, quick pass out far corner to Van Dyke, top of the key. O'Doherty for 3 to answer, and he hits it. Will O'Doherty, 10-8 Skutt Catholic.
Yeah, you're getting the best version of both teams right here early and often, so it's going to be a battle for 4 quarters.
Here comes McDowell. McDowell uses a screen, dips it into the corner. Here's Vitok. Vitok with it, bounce pass down low on the block. It's Aggie, reverse layup. We're tied at 10.
Yeah, partner in crime McDowell. He gets overlooked sometimes, but he's an effective scorer himself.
O'Doherty quickly pushing the pace. A fast-moving ball game here as both teams route and run. And Van Dyke for 3, and Dylan Van Dyke.
Yes, sir. Don't let the bleach blonde hair fool you. He's here to play basketball, and he averages 10 on the year, so it's not nothing new to Skutt Catholic.
Jay Foreman, 13-10. Skutt, 3:28 to play. Step back 3. Gardner, and that one's half in and bounces out. Safe from going out of bounds by Van Dyke, and here comes Skutt Catholic as Cannon brings it across the timeline on the left side. Cannon passes to Van Dyke. Van Dyke, the left-handed three-point shot now. Cannon for 3. Can't connect on that one. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it goes to the Crete Cardinals.
Yeah, we got a battle going on here, Nick. Like I said, you're getting the best version of both teams, and they came here to play. And always when you're the higher seed team or you have the tradition of being here, the first game is always the hardest. And both of them were battle tested. They were able to get through. But I like the pace of this game right here. It's a lot different than what we've seen earlier this morning. And both teams are playing their best, so you're going to get the best result possible.
So 3:04 to play in the first quarter. It's 13-10 Skutt Catholic with the lead over Crete, but Crete has the basketball. Backdoor cut. Nice find. McDowell! Two-hand slam from the left side of the bucket, and it's 13-12, and that gets Crete on their feet. As here's Van Dyke on the logo, left side to Linderman, who's into the game for the first time. Linderman working on the defender, spins around, throws it to the logo. As now number Carter Wisink into the game. Turnover, here comes Crete. Svitak down low, Verteen spins, back to Svitak, layup, and Crete takes the 14-13 lead.
That play right there, unselfish basketball, is how you get to be 25-0.
So here is Kyle Cannon. Cannon will slow it down for just a moment, but I don't think Skutt's going to try to slow down here. It's Wisink to Linderman, left side Cannon. Cannon still scoreless in this one. He's tried a couple trifectas. Linderman will try his luck at a 3. He misses everything, and the rebound caroms into the hands of Svitak for Crete. Trailing McDowell. McDowell showed some explosiveness on that last dunk. As passes to the left side, it's Lane Wendelin into the game. Yeah. And we have a foul down low on the entry pass. This one's going to go against Carter Wisink.
Yeah, Wisink was a little bit overzealous there and trying to nudge him off there. Got him in the air, so it looked a lot more egregious than it was. But nevertheless, this pace, Nick, I will tell you right now, this pace right now favors Crete. Yeah. They have more depth, more athletes, more guys that can play out on the wings. And the one thing I think that Crete doesn't get enough credit for, where you think of Justice Gardner, he's able to play defense, get the defensive rebound, and lead the break. That's why McDowell's being able to get some easy shots.
So 1:59 to go in the first quarter, 14-13 Crete with the basketball in the 1-point lead. Inbound to Svitak. It's the nice shot fake. Brock Scholl jumps in the air, and there's a foul on the layup attempt on, I believe they're going to get Linderman for this. So Gideon Linderman commits foul number 1 for him and number 3 on Skutt in the quarter.
Yeah, I think, Crete is also showing you how they can play a little bit of small ball, out-execute you, fundamentally sound, ball fake, head fake. Got Scholl up in the air, and then his teammate had to pay the price and pick up the foul.
So at the line, it's Svitak. Svitak, first one on the way, and it's good. 15-13 Crete.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see either team blink if they get down by 4 to 6 points or something like that. They're going to keep playing because they believe in what they're doing, and also they're well-oiled machines coming into this tournament.
Svitak, second one on the way, and that's also good. It's a 3-point Cardinals lead. 6 minutes into this one. 1:54 to play in the first quarter. Skutt has the basketball. They trail by 3, 16-13 to Crete. Top of the key, it's Scholl. Left side, Cannon. Cannon guarded by McDowell. Cannon in the lane, takes the bump. Layup on the glass, no good. Tip-up try by Scholl, can't connect. And Gardner clears up the defensive glass. As now here comes Gardner across the timeline, left side. It's Carter Resney into the game for the first time for the Crete Cardinals. Passes to Gardner on the right side. Gardner guarded by the 6'8 Scholl. Has him out near the perimeter to Verteen. Verteen driving in the center of the lane. Pass out, taken away by Kyle Cannon. Nobody tracking him down from behind, and the layup is good for Kyle Cannon, and Skutt trails by just 1 at 16-15.
Yeah, both teams play really, really aggressive playing the passing lanes. You get caught slipping there, a little bit lazy passes. Going back the other way for 2.
Mid-range floater, McDowell makes it look too easy from the left side. That's a tough off-balance shot by McDowell. It's 18-15.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of contact there. He hadn't got a call yet, but he's not playing. He's not worried about the calls. He's here to play today.
In the lane, it's Wisink. He has to pass it back out to the top. Cannon with it. Thought about pulling up. Now back to Wisink in the far corner. Good defensive cutoff there by Verteen. Now left side, it's O'Doherty. O'Doherty will back it out to the logo. Will passes right side to Kyle Cannon. Cannon with it, trying to get it down low to Brock Scholl, who can't get position. 3 ball on the way. Cannon too short, and the rebound caroms out and corralled by Justice Gardner. He tried to get it down to Scholl. Good defense, though, by Gardner down low.
Yeah, Gardner is a really hard matchup for Scholl. He's strong and big, that it can push him off the block, but then also he has extremely long arms that can affect his shot when he does get it.
So the shot clock is turned off. 15 seconds on the game clock. Here's Verteen. Verteen with it, bounces it left side to Gardner, now to McDowell. McDowell with 7 on the clock. Shot fake, passes left side. Gardner can't hold the pass. 3 ball, too strong. Defensive rebound, Scholl. He takes 2 dribbles, fires a 3/4 court shot, and it's not going to be close, as at the end of the first quarter, woo-wee.
We got a ball game.
Leads 18-15 over the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks here in the Class B semifinal matchup right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you, start of the second quarter. Jay, if that first quarter is any indication on how the rest of the day is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, we knew we were going to get a high-level basketball game, and sometimes in these big games, they start a little slow. It came right out from the get-go. I expected to last the next 3 quarters.
So here is Trace Agee as Crete has the basketball up by 3 to start things in the second quarter. Right side, it's Svitak. Svitak on the right wing, hands it off McDowell. McDowell has made some big shots today. Already in double figures with 10 points. Now a 3 ball on the way, no good by Svitak, and the defensive rebound cleared by Brock Scholl.
You know, if I'm Crete Cardinals, I like every shot that I've gotten so far in this first quarter and some change.
So Van Dyke spins around, fades away, jumper on the way, in and out, offensive board. Scholl put back, can't get it. Scholl had a really good look at it, just unable to convert.
Yeah, the physicality of Gardner and the rest of the Crete Cardinals is hurting the young man there, trying to get on the scoreboard here.
So Svitak with it, gives it to Gardner. Gardner pops the tray from the right side, has a good line on it, and unable to get it to fall, though, as with 7:11 to go in the second quarter. Here's Skutt out and run, and Cannon tried to dump it off to Zeeble, and a nice defensive play there by Crete.
Great job there by Tracy Eager getting back on defense because they had a 3-on-1, pretty much 3-on-2 fast break. He hustled back and knocked out of bounds. Those game-winning plays, Nick.
18-15 to play, or excuse me, 18-15 Crete, 7:07 to play in the first half. As Cannon has it near the logo, he struggled from beyond the arc, and he'll be fouled on the dribble drive by the Crete defense. There were a couple of guys in the vicinity. We'll see who it's whistled on. It's going to go on number 5, Theo Bowling. That's his second.
Yeah, sometimes when you're coaching defense, you got to tell them you got to step in there a little bit slow to get there. I think I could have seen that play on, right? Because I think Cannon was in the air and really exposed himself to contact.
So 7:01 to play, second quarter. Skutt trails by 3, but they have the basketball as Cannon has it almost taken away by Verteen. Or Svitak, rather. Jumper on the way. Cannon can't hit it. And another defensive rebound for Crete. Nice job by Crete forcing one and dones.
Yeah, and they do a really good job of rebounding at every position. That's why they're such a good defensive team.
As McDowell is able to drain a 3 from the top of the key, and Kyle Juergens wants to talk things over. It's 21-15 Crete with 6:40 to play in the second quarter. Let's step aside for 30 seconds and come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Welcome back inside Pinnacle Bank Arena, 21-15. Your score, Crete leads by 6 over the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. Jay, man, what are you seeing from Crete that's making it so good? Is it as simple as McDowell?
It's McDowell's really hot, and he's playing obviously up to his potential, and then also that defense that they're providing on Shaw, and the rest of Skutt Catholic is giving them problems because their two main players aren't able to hit shots. And so when you're real physical with Shaw, and then also the length of everybody on Crete, it's just not Gardner, it's Bowling that was out there. It's the guard where you got to think Aiden McDowell is 6'5", so if he's doubling down, there's no space for these guys, and so they're doing a really good job from the physical standpoint, but the guard rebounding has really set them off there. And also McDowell is riding a hot streak right now.
Crete leads 21-15 over Omaha Skutt. 6:35 to go in the second quarter as O'Doherty passes to Scholl. Now on the right wing here is Van Dyke. Van Dyke at the top of the key. Pass down low, fire down on the block to Zeeble. Zeeble can't get any offensive position on it. Now left side, here's O'Doherty. O'Doherty on the left elbow. Stops across the lane. Pass deflected. Gets out to Van Dyke. Van Dyke drives baseline layup in the lane. No good. But Van Dyke is fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Good job there by Van Dyke of being real physical, driving baseline. Sometimes they try to ride you out of bounds. He kind of leaped into the defender from Crete and drew the foul. Look, when he gets going, he takes the pressure off of Scholl and sometimes Cannon, but one of them has got to get going here if they're not going to get blown out.
First one on the way is good for Van Dyke. And so Van Dyke draws Skutt within 5, 21-16. Jay, I just keep looking around. People still filing into PBA. Right. Suites are opened up top as Van Dyke hits the second one. These are going to be some high-level games with a lot of people in attendance.
These are the teams that you've been hearing about all year, and they're playing really good right now. And so, and these teams all know each other, so these are going to be battles all day long.
As right side here is Zvitok. Zvitok left side Gardner. Gardner with 6:04 to play. 21-17 Crete out in front of by 4 over the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. Is at McDowell. He has 13 today already. Pull-up jumper, unable to connect. And here comes the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks off the defensive rebound by Zeeble. Cannon bringing it across the timeline. Gets it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke right side Scholl. Scholl just sitting there with 4 points so far today of the 17 that Skutt has scored. Van Dyke, top of the key. Passes left side. It's Cannon. Cannon still scoreless as well. Down low. Scholl working against the big body of Gardner. Kicks it out. O'Doherty for 3. Can't get it to fall. And the defensive rebound cleared by Gardner. Here comes McDowell. McDowell passes right side. Zvitok back to McDowell. McDowell on the right wing. Working on O'Doherty. Takes the bump. Passes off to Zvitok. Zvitok with it on the top of the key. Guarded by Cannon. They're trying to deny the ball to McDowell. McDowell's making them run in circles. Now here's Agee on the right side of the lane off the glass, and it falls. Friendly roll.
Great job there with the hockey assist by McDowell. Walled off of his defender. Let Agee get right in there for easy 2 points. These are the plays that he makes that don't show up in the box score.
So on the left side here is Van Dyke. Van Dyke off the glass and unable to answer. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It stays with Skutt. I think it tipped off the hand of number 25, Lane Wendelin.
Yeah, Lane Windland's got his work cut out for him. He's going to get Zeeble, who's probably got about 5 inches on him, but he's able to push him around so the rebounds aren't as easy for him.
They inbound it to Scholl, and he kisses it off the glass. It's 23-19, Crete up by 4.
Good inbounds play there. Had to get Scholl going there because if they're going to keep it close, he's got to get going here quick.
So on the right side, here's McDowell. McDowell guarded by Cannon, and now Cannon's bumped, and he fouls him with a blocking foul. McDowell falls to the hardwood, and it's going to be number 1 on Kyle Cannon.
Yeah, McDowell's been taking quite a few licks, and this is the first one he's gotten. And so that was pure body by O'Doherty right there. And so, look, Skutt Catholic is going to be a physical game. These two teams are very competitive, highly intense game right now, Nick.
So Gardner with it on the right side. Gardner fakes the handoff, looking, dribbling, trying to get it to McDowell. O'Doherty doing as good of a job as he can on a guy like Aiden McDowell, who almost got whistled for a travel. Now left side, here's Lane Wendelin. Wendelin backs it to Agee. Trace Agee, rather. Now right side to Zvitok. Zvitok with the left blue shoe on his left foot, red shoe on his right. In the lane, here's Wendelin to Gardner. 3 ball with 6 on the possession. Misses everything way too strong.
Yeah, Gardner's probably not the three-point shooter that they want. He's over 3 tonight. He's got a big job on defense, so he's got to stay in tune with his offense.
And speaking of three-point shooting, Brock Scholl is able to draw Skutt within 1 after he hits a trifecta from the top of the key.
Yeah, big man's 2 for 2 tonight, shoots 42% on the season.
Three-pointer to
Answer the
answer,
call.
and
Hello.
Aiden
The
McDowell.
phone's ringing.
excuse me.
It's heat check by Aiden McDowell. He's letting you know he's in the building today.
26-22 your score. Crete out in front by 4 once again with 3:38 to play in the second quarter. Van Dyke with it on the right side. Van Dyke bounces it to the short corner where it's corralled by Scholl. Back out Cannon. Cannon guarded by McDowell in the lane, right side off the glass, blocked by Wendelin, and we have a foul on Zeeble.
Those are the plays you talked about, who's going to make those plays, right? Originally, I thought it was part of Resney, right? But Wendelin come in because of the early foul trouble. Bowling, what did you do? Blocked it and got the defensive foul on Zeeble. That's almost like a 2-for-1. So that's a great job there by the Crete defense.
3:25 to go, second quarter, 26-22 your score. Crete out in front by 4 over Skutt Catholic. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman, Josh Lill back with you in the studio. As with 3.5 to go in the second quarter, we'll see if Crete can extend the lead going into the locker room. Cardinals number 1 seed, while Skutt Catholic is the 4. The winner of this one plays in the state title tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. here at PBA. McDowell across the timeline, passes it to Wendelin. Wendelin top of the key, Gardner. 3:13 to go in the second quarter. Gardner picks up the dribble. Now on the left side, it's Agee. Agee dribble drive, pull-up jumper from the short corner, bounces around and out. Rebound fought for, and we'll have a foul on Reese Verteen of Crete.
Yeah, good job there. Good offensive series there. Agee, I thought that he shot it like he wasn't sure if he was going to shoot it. Almost went back in. So when you're getting down here the last 3 minutes, you're trying to, if I'm Crete, I'm trying to get somebody else going, but I can always lean on McDowell. I think that with McDowell, where he has either O'Doherty or Cannon on him, and sometimes Van Dyke, when he gets on that block, if they get it to him, he has the inside game to get an easy 2 points if your offense isn't flowing.
So we're under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter, 26-22. Crete out in front by 4. Left side, here's Scholl to Cannon. Cannon dribbles to the top of the key. They run Scholl on a pick and roll, 3-ball to answer. And Brock Scholl is starting to heat up as he now has 12 with 26-25. Crete leads by 1.
Yeah, the big man is a 42% three-point shooter, 3 for 3. So that's the best way for him to get going on a high pick and roll, because Justice Gardner is giving him fits inside. So what do? Make an adjustment, get him out on the wing. Justice Gardner's got to do a really good job of running him off the 3-point line. You just can't put your hand up because he's 6'8", almost 6'9".
So 26-25, they'll inbound it. Crete will to Gardner. McDowell in the lane, got away with the travel again, and he gets the floater to go. It's a 3-point Crete lead with 2:25 to play in the second.
Yeah, McDowell's approaching 20 points now. He's been an unstoppable force, and so you got to hold serve right here.
Cannon to Scholl. Scholl back to Cannon. Cannon guarded by McDowell. They cross-court pass it right over the rim to Linderman. Linderman outside. Here's O'Doherty. O'Doherty with it to Cannon. Cannon, right side, Van Dyke. Van Dyke wanting to get it down low to Scholl. Cross-court pass is going to be out of the reach for number 10, Will O'Doherty. Turnover.
Yeah, that's a dangerous pass right there, especially being 6'8" to this little bit shorter Linderman. Good idea, but you could have went to the pocket right there or the wing and got an easier pass. So sometimes you get overzealous out there on the wing when you're 6'8".
So 2:02 to go in the second quarter, 28-25. Your score, Crete leads by 3 over Skutt Catholic. On the left side, it's Verton. Verton with it. Top of the key, Zvitak. Zvitak looking around, dribbles with his left hand towards the left side. Long 3, McDowell. And Aiden McDowell is on fire. He's got 21.
Yeah, he's up there. He's letting everybody know in the state that he's one of the best out there. And he's all that advertised in this first half.
He drained that right in front of Kyle Juergens, who's standing at the FNBO logo here at PBA. On the left side, it's Linderman. Linderman to O'Doherty. It's 31-25 Crete, and McDowell has 21 of Crete's 31. Will O'Doherty down low. He gets bumped and fouled by Verton, and O'Doherty will be helped up by a couple Crete players.
Yeah, good defensive series there and a good offensive series. They were trying to get it down in the shoal, but Justice Gardner is moving him off the block, and so they can't get the entry pass into him. So they're trying to loosen it up by bringing Zeeble in there to give a little bit more space. And so look for Scholl to go back outside to either hit a 3 or run a pick and pop and get an easy basket. If not, you know who's coming down after half court.
Yeah, 1:22 to play in the second. Crete leads 31-25 over Skutt Catholic here just a little bit before halftime as they inbound it to Scholl. Skutt with the basketball down by 6. Scholl gets guarded on the perimeter, passes out right side now to Cannon. Cannon, chop of the key, drives down center of the lane, left-handed finish, can't get it to go, and the rebound just taken away by by Agee. Up the floor, Pass to a trailing Cardinal. Unable to hold on to it was Vitak, and it's a turnover back to Skutt.
Yeah, Resney didn't catch it clean, and then he panicked a little bit, and he was a little late trying to get it to Aiden McDowell. So learning experience for him. Now he's checking himself out of the game, and sometimes as a young player, you get used to those things being wide open, Nick, but those gaps close awful quickly.
31-25 your score. Crete out in front by 6. Less than a minute to go. 57 on the game clock specifically, and it's still running. So here's second quarter. Skutt down by 6 with the basketball. Top of the key, Linderman picks up his dribble right side. Cannon just 2 points on the day. Down low, Scholl. He gets triple teamed, and now he's fouled.
Oh.
And Scholl will now go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots, as that's his 5th team foul on the Cardinals.
Good, hard, tough post up there by Scholl. Justice Gardner was trying to go over top and get the steal. A little bit of a gamble there, but good hedge there by the other defender coming back, number 25, Wendelin. But nevertheless, too much body. Big man at the free throw line.
Scholl on the line, and he's unable to get the first one as it circled the rim and popped out. So 31-25, we stay still, and Scholl has one more free throw.
You know, Nick, one thing that's going, unstated is obviously McDowell is going off, but his defensive work on Cannon has to be maximized because he is shutting down their secondary scorer right now.
He's able to connect on the second one. 31-26 with 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. Pass right side. Here's Gardner. Gardner dribbles to the top of the key. 35 on the game clock. Down by 5 are the Skyhawks. Crete has the basketball. Top of the key. Dribbling right side. Here's Vitak. Kicks it out. 3-ball on the way. And it's way too strong. Defensive rebound cleared by Brock Scholl on the attempt by Wendelin for Crete. As Cannon will slowly walk it up the floor. Kyle Cannon working right to left. Here are the Skyhawks as he passes it to O'Doherty. 10 on the game clock here as we wind down in the first half. Left side, Linderman fakes it left side, looking around, passes it now to O'Doherty. 2 on the game clock, floater on the way, contested, and there is the end of the second quarter. Your score, the number 1 seed, Crete Cardinals, 31, and the 4th seed in Class B, the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, 26. An entertaining first 2 quarters, to say the least. We'll break it all down on the next Ag Appraisal and Realty halftime show in a few minutes here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Acres is bringing you the nation's largest indoor display of John Deere equipment and technology. Acres 2024 Ag and Turf Expo showcases everything from tillage and planting to application and harvest. We'll also offer the latest industry insights from ag professionals across the state. Join us in Grand Island at Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for a complete schedule of speakers and activities.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 4:37 to play in the third quarter. 31-26 your score at the half. Crete leads Omaha Skutt Catholic. Entertaining 2 quarters here at PBA. This is the Next Ag Appraisal and Realty halftime show. Whether you're buying or selling farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give them a call today or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. All right, Jay, in the first half, 21 of the 31 Crete Cardinals points are owned by Aiden McDowell. He's been on fire.
Yeah, look, he's been all that's advertised, and he wanted to right the wrong from yesterday. He played pretty good yesterday in my book, but he came out and lit it up, and he's got this PBA crowd on fire. But on the other side, again, just like I said about McDowell, Brock Scholl, did not have a good game yesterday and came out and has established himself, especially from the perimeter. But now it's going to come down to the second half. Does Van Dyke, who was in a little bit of foul trouble, does he continue to be that secondary option until Cannon gets going? And then can the three-headed monster there, can Aggie get going? And so can you get some timely points from Justice Gardner, working really hard to try to slow down Scholl? But if you could get a couple putbacks, a couple, maybe an open three or something like that from him, that will set Crete up to have the advantage to try to win this game.
Well, you look at the scoring, right? And it's you mentioned, obviously, we talked about McDowell, but also for Skutt, like you mentioned, Jay, Brock Scholl, of the 26 Skutt Catholic points, 13 belong to him. So you have one guy that scored 21 of Crete's 31, and then you have one other guy that scored half of Skutt's points in that first half alone. So, those two guys are certainly the ones to watch going forward. We knew that coming in, especially in Ehler's absence for Crete.
Exactly, and you thought that Zebo would be really, kind of continuing on from yesterday, but he has 0 points, and he hasn't been effective either on the offensive end or defensive end. So that bodes well for Crete, right, where you started bowling just to think you're going to get some size in there. And so yesterday when they played Elkhorn, Zebo had the game of his life and, of his early career. So that's kind of where they rode to the finish line, and then they kind of had some complementary pieces going. So, right now they got to get going inside out, and that's when they play the best. I know Scholl has hit 3 threes, but you will not win this game doing that against this Crete defense, because best believe Coach Siskey is in at halftime making an adjustment for Scholl on the outside, and also Coach Juergens is going to try to find a way to slow down Aiden McDowell. The problem is Justice Gardner is kind of like a Derek Walker, point forward, get it off the glass, go down there. So then he's hard to stop, because when he's the main ball handler, you know exactly where he's at, and he does a really good job of moving with good pace and physicalness.
Well, when you look at Crete and Skutt, once again, Crete leads by 5 at the half. We have just a couple of minutes left until we start the third quarter of play, and the Crete Cardinals trying to get to the state championship rather, for the first time since 1975, when they won Class B in 1975. All right, let's take a brief 60-second timeout. When we return, then we will have the start of the third quarter from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman, Josh Lill back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios. We'll be back to Pinnacle Bank Arena right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Score big this month at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln and rule the terrain on a Segway Fugelman UT10X. Now is your chance to get into a side-by-side for only $12,000 out the door. That's right, just $12,000. And this bad boy stacks up to all the other name brands. Plus, you get Segway's signature smart commanding system featuring airlock, drive settings, safety alerts, and more. Hurry in now. Elway Power Sports only has 2 left at this blowout price. Swing by their new 27th and I-80 location or shop their inventory at elwaypslincoln.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Start of the third quarter here in the Class B semifinal action, and we are ready to roll. That might have been the longest feeling halftime that we've had all tournament, just because we're pumped to get this game going.
Yeah, this game has been super exciting, high-level basketball, so you don't even want them to get a rest and have halftime, but nevertheless, we're getting started right now.
Here we go, 31-26 as Skutt Catholic with the basketball to start the third quarter. Here is Scholl, now top of the key near the timeline to Cannon. Cannon has it On the right side, passes left side, Will O'Doherty. O'Doherty down low to Zeeble. Zeeble trying to get active early. Layup too strong. Tipped around a couple of times, and coming away with it is Vitak of Crete. Left side, here's Agee. Agee kept his right foot. Now on the top of the key, left side to Zvitak. Zvitak dribbles top of the key now to Gardner. Gardner, guarded by Scholl, tries to beat him off the dribble. Spin move in the lane, and the layup will rattle home with the foul.
I don't know if you call that the curse of Jay Foreman. That actually worked out. Gardner is a capable offensive player, and how do you slow down a really good scorer in Scholl? One, change the defense assignment up there, a little 1-3-1 half court soft trap there by Crete, and then what do? Go right back on him on the offensive end. Good job there by Crete.
So Gardner at the line, first one, or excuse me, the one shot is sat on that back rim for a moment and falls. It's 34-26, largest lead of the day for either side. As Van Dyke has it right side now to O'Doherty. O'Doherty top of the key to Cannon. Cannon left side to Van Dyke. Van Dyke guarded by Zvitak to top of the key. Now Scholl back to Van Dyke on the left wing. He'll drive baseline. Cross-court pass as it goes out of bounds. Cannon can't hold on, and it'll be Crete basketball.
Yeah, Zeeble had the ball in an awkward position, tried to kick it to the corner. Cannon just mishandled it. Now, you usually don't see that from Cannon, but I think getting locked down by Aiden McDowell early is played it into his offensive prowess right now.
So here is Crete. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Crete leading by 8, 34-26. Gardner with the top of the key now. Agee to McDowell. McDowell to Gardner. Good close out there. Defense, 3 ball on the way. McDowell airballed it. That's the first bad-looking shot McDowell's had all day.
Yeah, a little bit of heat check, a little bit too quick, a little in and out with Gardner. Sometimes when you got things going your way, you're okay with a shot like that.
Here is Brock Scholl on the right side. It's O'Doherty. O'Doherty dribbling to his left, spins around to Van Dyke. Van Dyke in the near corner. Scholl working on down low on Gardner. Now pass intercepted, and now a hard foul as Agee takes a tumble. I don't think there was any intent by that. I think it just hit O'Doherty hard, and then it looked like he hit his tailbone down on the hard floor.
Yeah, and O'Doherty's going over there trying to apologize to him. What happened, Nick, was Agee was trying to slide right past him, and O'Doherty walled up. It was kind of just a awkward play, but he fell pretty hard, and Agee's a tough cookie there. You see he has 2 knee braces on there, and he got 2 what we call zippers when you get knee surgeries. So tough kid right there.
So here, the inbound here to Agee. Agee has the basketball, passes it to McDowell. McDowell on the left side, Gardner. 6:22 to go in the third, 34-26 your score. Crete leads by 8, make it 10 on the layup by Zvitak.
Little low post action there. Vitak, good finish.
And we have a Kyle Juergens timeout with 6:13 to play in the third. It's a 10-point Crete lead in the third quarter here. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
.13 to play in the third quarter, 36-26. Crete has jumped out to a 10-point lead in the second half. Ooh, I struggled to get that one out. 6:13 to play in the third. It'll be Skutt basketball sideline inbound here as they sub in Linderman for Zeeble. So going a little smaller are the Skyhawks. Cannon with it on the left wing. Cannon with a little zone defense here by Crete. O'Doherty being patient with it. Passes left side to Van Dyke. Van Dyke dribbles in. Now pass inside to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Cannon for 3. He needs this one. And he is fouled by Trace Agee. And Cannon will go to the line to shoot 3. Perfect way for Skutt to stop a run.
And also get Cannon going. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. And so he gets 3 free ones. And Agee was trying to run him off the free throw line. Got caught in the air. A little bit of a foot kick. That's the second one we've seen all tournament over there in the corner there, Nick.
So 36-26, 3 free throws coming up for Kyle Cannon. The first one good.
Nick, if I'm Crete, I'm going to stay in my 1-3-1 zone because one thing I'm seeing here is I'm seeing Scholl not being as active. When they're man-to-man, he was real active, trying to post up hard, get easy shots.
Second one on the way also falls for Cannon.
So they've been able to kind of throw different defensive, coverages at him, and it's really slowed down Scholl here early in the second half. And so they've mixed in a little bit of man 2 other times 1-3-1. Look to see how long they stay in this 1-3-1 zone.
Cannon able to hit all three. It's 36-29. A little bit of extended defensive pressure that's broken easily by Crete. Now down the floor, Bowling on the doorstep. Layup is good.
The best way to get somebody out of a press is score and fast break them right out of it. They're 1-for-1, Crete is.
So here is Kyle Cannon with Skutt down by 9, 38-29. Pass fake left now, right side. It's Cannon. Cannon with 5:37 to go in the third to Scholl. Scholl guarded by Gardner. He'll fake the handoff, working on Gardner. In the short corner is Brock Scholl. Gets doubled, pass deflected, taken away by Crete and Justice Gardner. So here comes Gardner on the right side. He'll dribble right at Scholl. Layup on the way. And we have a traveling violation on Justice Gardner.
Traveling violation on Justice Gardner. He kind of changed speeds right there, but they missed a body foul on Scholl because it was almost a two-hand shove right there. But nevertheless, they called the travel on the junior forward from Crete.
5:15 to go, third quarter, 38-29. Skutt needed a bucket here, cutting into the 9-point deficit. They faced a Crete. Crete, the number 1 seed, is O'Doherty. Has it to Linderman. Linderman out of Scholl. Scholl gets matched up on Agee, pops the 3, and Brock Scholl is able to hit it.
Yeah, he's telling Agee all about it, that you better get up and guard him. And, you know, one thing I said, Nick, being 6'9" and the ability to shoot over a defender is boded well for Scholl. And maybe I misspoke saying you can't live and die by that for the rest of the game, but if he's getting open shots like that, he probably hit him all second half.
As Crete struggled breaking the defensive pressure, they call a timeout. 4:53 to go in the third quarter, 38-32 your score. Crete leads by 6. We'll keep it right here for the time being, but just a reminder, after our game here in just a moment, we're going to have Norris and Scotts Bluff in our second Class B semifinal. Obviously, Crete the 1 seed, Norris is the 2 seed. Scotts Bluff is the 3 seed, and Skutt Catholic is the 4 seed. So despite all 4 top seeds making it and winning their first round quarterfinal game, and there's some pretty good games over the course of yesterday.
Look, everybody always thinks there's a big separation from Class B or Class C to A. It's not. Yeah. There's a lot of really good basketball. Obviously, a really good basketball, what we're covering right now in Class B. And so it's going to be tough competition. The great thing about this, Nick, in this state tournament, from Class D2 all the way up, it's going to be so competitive. The champions this year have earned it, and that's the great thing about this tournament this year.
So sideline inbound here as they get it into Agee. Agee may have been held by Linderman. No whistle. Up the floor they go Svitak. Svitak good close out there defensively by Van Dyke. Back out to Agee. Agee on the left side directly in front of us here. Top of the key, Bowling. That was a risky pass as it didn't have much juice on it. Down the floor to a cutting as McDowell unable to hit the left-handed layup. He's asking for a foul as he's saying he got hit in the face. But McDowell trots back on defense. Right side to O'Doherty. O'Doherty looking back on the right wing, left wing now Van Dyke. Van Dyke dribble drive, pushes off. No whistle, floater on the lane, in and out.
Yeah, Van Dyke wanted that thing to go. He got that was a pretty egregious push off there. Nevertheless, good defense to stop.
So here's Agee. Agee on the right side now to Svitak. Svitak with it to Gardner. Gardner working on Scholl. Gets doubled, spinning around, kicks it out. 3-ball Theo Bowling off the glass from the corner. No good. A couple bodies fall down in the baseline. Here comes Kyle Cannon on the other end of the floor. Cannon to Scholl down low. They lay up off the glass. It's good. It's 38-34. Skutt making their way back.
Yeah, Scholl got easy position there while they were in transition. Easy 2 points for the big man.
And now here is Svitak as Crete will slow it down for just a moment. 38-34 they lead. In the lane, Gardner falling over. It's a travel on Justice Gardner.
Yeah, right there. He went to a little bit of a Euro step. You would have probably liked to see him drive it and get it up off the glass. But let's not forget, though, Nick, the last time that he went straight to the hoop, it was a traveling call as well. So Justice Gardner just got to be a little bit faster in his motion so they won't keep calling him for travels here.
So Linderman took an elbow from Justice Gardner. He's now off the floor with a bloody nose, and so he rushed off the floor.
Yeah, that's looks like something you see on UFC or boxing or WWF. But look, when two teams are physical and they're competitive, it's gonna be physical like this. Nothing is cheap and nothing is dirty. Look, you got a lot of big kids out here, right? You got to think Aiden McDowell, 6'6". You got Justice Gardner, who's 6'6". You got Zeeble, who's 6'8", and Scholl, who they got listed at 6'8". He's taller than Zeeble, so he's closer to 6'9". And then also you got Cannon, who's 6'3". So when you're trying to drive through these small spaces, sometimes you get hit in the nose and your bloody nose, so forth and so on. So it's an extremely physical game, but it's actually a very highly skilled game. up to this point as well.
We have a stoppage in play because they got to clean up a couple puddles of blood on the floor.
Yeah.
Man, it just the bloody noses and the blood on the floor follow Skutt wherever they go after yesterday's bloody fiasco with Brock Scholl the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's tough, man. I mean, I and then also it's one of those things you got to stop the game, stop the momentum. And to be honest with you, in this kind of stoppage, it actually could favor Crete, right?
Yeah.
They got sped up a little bit by Scholl hitting that 3 and then the easy 2. Now they can maybe get back to what they were doing to get that 9-point lead at one point in time. Now, if I'm Skutt, we got to stay calm and collective, right? We got a little bit of a present with a foul on a 3-pointer. We made those free throws. We hit another 3 with Scholl, and then we got another 2 points from Scholl. We're within striking distance, but we got to keep playing the way that we played to get on this little run here.
So 3:39 to play as Skutt with the basketball. We're ready to resume play, and we do after they got everything cleaned up on the hardwood. Linderman still getting stuff wiped off his hands and on the sideline, so he's out for the time being. A Scholl with Skutt down by 4, passes left side, Kyle Cannon. Cannon hesitates in the lane, bounce pass down low. It's taken away, and it's off of Skutt to Crete.
Yeah, good job there by Crete defense right there. They got their hands on it, and Scholl tried to go to a bounce pass, and it just ricocheted off his hand at the last second.
So here comes Vitok. Vitok on the left side to Gardner. Gardner at the top of the key. Good closeout there by Zeeble in the lane. Right-handed layup is good. Nice finish there by Gardner.
Way more assertive right there by Justice Gardner. No second guess, and big 2 points there by the Crete Cardinal forward.
So Van Dyke now to O'Doherty to Scholl. Passes it left side to Cannon. Cannon thought about pulling up from the left side, unable to do so. Now Core pass into the corner. It's Van Dyke. Spin move again. Collects his dribble. Off the glass, way too strong, out of control shot, offensive board. Zeeble gets guys flying in the air, and he's fouled. Nice job by George Zeeble.
Yeah, one thing to look for, Nick, moving forward in his next 2 minutes and obviously the whole fourth quarter is Van Dyke is getting away with some egregious push-offs and offensive fouls. It'd be interesting to see if Kosiski over there says something to the refs to maybe set it up in the fourth quarter.
So first time we've actually had George Zeeble somewhat make a mark on this game as he misses the first free throw. He's at the line with one more.
Yeah, I mean, George Zeeble had a game of his life yesterday against Elkhorn, and today's a little bit slow to start, so if he hits a free throw, you never know what can happen.
Second one on the way. That one's good for Zeeble. It's a 5-point deficit, 40-35 Crete leads. As here's Vitok passing it left side, Agee. Agee working across the timeline, does so before the 10 seconds. And now Agee getting pressured by Van Dyke. Agee top of the key to Vitok. Vitok being guarded by Cannon. Tried to hand it off. Now gets it to McDowell, but the pass is taken away as they thought McDowell was going to cut towards the basket. Speaking of McDowell, scoreless in the third quarter here after he dropped 21 in the first half. Scholl guarded by Gardner. Now top of the key, it's Cannon. Cannon looking around, just kind of being patient with it. Left side, Van Dyke. Van Dyke holding it over his head, takes one dribble, passes it down low. Scholl gets doubled into Zeeble. Zeeble got Crete. Defender falls down, and it's a charge on George Zeeble.
Yeah, it might not have been on Van Dyke, but Zeeble was awful aggressive there on that post-up and spin move. And also, Nick, we have a bloody nose alert on Zeeble where he's got a little bit of leakage there, so you got to pay attention to that. We saw Linderman, he has 2 in his nose. Now let's see how Crete tries to finish this quarter.
So charge on Skutt makes it Crete basketball. 2:01 to play in the third quarter as Agee gives it to Gardner. Crete up by 5, 40-35 here with less than 2 to play in quarter number 3. Gardner picks up his dribble, passes right side to Vitok. Vitok passes to McDowell. McDowell left side now Gardner. Gardner pops the tray left side, misses everything. Offensive board, Verton. Verton passes off, layup in the lane. It's no good, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Skyhawks.
Yeah, good job there by Crete to just stay after, just off the fingertips of Zeeble. But, you know, what I wanted to ask you, Nick, here is who needs to get going for Crete, because you can't just depend on McDowell to continue to score 20 and a half.
So entry pass here, or excuse me, inbound pass rather, to Vitok. It's got to be either Gardner going to the rim or somebody like even a Verton. As now top of the key is Vitok. Vitok with it on the left side back to Gardner. Gardner guarded by Scholl. Entry pass, McDowell, layup in the lane. It's good with the foul on George Zeeble.
Well, I guess that's the Jay Foreman curse that has been working out well for players. And I was saying that you can't just keep riding him and just expect – and the reason why I say that, Nick, sometimes when you have a guy on a heater, you just throw the ball and you start watching. Crete is at their best version of Crete when they're sharing the ball and it's complimentary basketball off of McDowell. But I was maybe thinking maybe Aggie starts to get going, right? Because you saw him yesterday get going on that 7-0 spurt all by himself. He could be somebody that opens it up for McDowell to be the closer in the fourth quarter.
So one free throw coming up for Aiden McDowell. Free throw on the way. It's good. It's 43-35. So it's back to an 8-point Crete lead as Linderman checks in with 2 Kleenexes stuffed up each nostril. And so one each nostril, I should say. Similar sight as we saw from Brock Scholl yesterday. As across the timeline we go with Kyle Cannon to O'Doherty. 1:14 to play in the third quarter. Plenty of time for Omaha Skutt here as Van Dyke kicks it out. Cannon, 3-ball left wing. Can't connect as he struggled. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It goes to Crete.
Yeah, when Cannon, you don't mind Cannon shooting that 3, but Scholl is probably wanted to be the guy to stop the momentum, right? So he didn't touch the ball. I think Nick, we need probably put more emphasis on how many times Scholl touches the ball per possession and when it leads to points and when it doesn't lead to points. And same way with McDowell, you don't have to always shoot it. How many touches? Because Scholl has shown you even yesterday against Elkhorn to make the right decision with the ball in his hand.
1:05 to play in the third quarter. Pass right side. It's risky. It's going to be deflected, and it will be Crete basketball out of bounds from in front of their bench.
Yeah, VTech had it coming up the right side. Tried to get the Bowling. Bowling didn't know if he was always supposed to come all the way to get the ball. A little bit of a risky pass there, but nevertheless, they keep possession.
So sideline inbound, they get it into Verton. Verton to McDowell. McDowell now with 24 on the day. We have less than a minute left in the third quarter. It's Verton with it on the top of the key. He gets his pocket pick for a moment, but gets it back after good defense there by Kyle Cannon. Here's Bolin, left side McDowell. McDowell directly in front of our table here on the left side. Dribbles in, and we have an offensive foul called on Aiden McDowell as it looks like one of us Skutt Catholic Skyhawks who got the wind knocked out of him.
McDowell, that was a good call. A good job by Cannon getting over there and setting his feet and drawing the charge. But McDowell is telling the referee right here, he is getting bumped and pushed off the double team, right? And so what it does is allow him run the arc per se and now allow him to get to the basket in an effective manner.
So Cannon still catching his breath down on this end of the floor.
Yeah, you gotta walk that off. You know the funny thing is, Nick, is that we're in a pause. When you remember when you're a kid, you get your breath knocked out of you. It seems like every 10 seconds seems like 10 minutes. And so he might have to come out of the game right now. Linderman comes back in just because he was down on the floor. Now you could go and he can go right back into the check in. But the reason why that's huge is because you always have to be aware of Cannon in the big moments for Skutt, and he's on the bench.
So 43-35, your score. Crete leads by 8. Skutt basketball as they inbound it here. So O'Doherty will take care of the point guard position, and now Van Dyke gets it across the timeline. So 32 on the game clock, about a 4-second differential between shot clock and the game clock as Scholl has on the left side. Now top of the key, it's Zeeble. Zeeble right side to Linderman. Linderman cross-court pass to Van Dyke. Touch pass left side. Now top of the key, it's O'Doherty. O'Doherty into the corner. Linderman down low. Scholl collects with one hand off the glass. It falls. A nice find by the Skutt Skyhawks and Linderman to find Scholl down low. So here comes McDowell on the top of the key. McDowell gets bumped. No whistle. Pass taken away. It goes out of bounds. And it's unable to be saved by Van Dyke as it will be Crete basketball. But the important thing, takes about 4 seconds off the clock. There's only 3.0 remaining here in the third quarter. Crete with the basketball leading by 6. So McDowell to inbound. McDowell looking around, calling for help, gets it back. Long 3 on the way at the horn. Unable to connect as it hits back iron. It looked good from our vantage point. He shot it right in front of us, just about 2 feet away. But at the end of the third quarter, the Crete Cardinals lead 43-37 over the 4 seed, the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, here in our first Class B semifinal from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Let's step aside and come back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you have a fence, patio, or landscaping project to complete this spring, Sunbelt Rentals is here to help with augers and auger drives in various sizes, plus electric concrete mixers. For tree trimming projects, they have a great selection of chainsaws, pole saws, and hedge trimmers, along with a towable lift or ladder to get you where you need to be. Sunbelt Rentals has everything you need to make your spring projects easy. Sunbelt Rentals, online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
It is the start of the fourth quarter here from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Crete leads Omaha Skutt 43-37 at the start of the final period. Crete will have the basketball going to the basket to our left, the one we're actually a little bit closer to, as McDowell will be the inbounder. And scratch that. Actually, they're going to call some more help from the inbounder. It's going to be Agee will be the inbounder. So 8 minutes on the game clock. Crete leads by 6. Incredible crowd on hand here for a Friday afternoon matchup as Crete has it across the timeline. Here comes McDowell. McDowell held to just 3 points on an and one in that third quarter. Gardner gets doubled by Linderman and O'Doherty. Now top of the key, it's Vitak. Vitak to Agee. Agee now gets doubled across the timeline. And it's to Gardner now tiptoeing the half-court line down low. Cross-court pass McDowell. He dribble drive inside. Left side now. Agee pops the tray. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound. Gardner put back is no good, but a foul on George Siebel.
Yeah, Scott went to like a little bit of a running trap defense, and that defense is a really good changeup by Coach Jurgens coming out of the fourth quarter timeout or third quarter timeout. But what it leaves you open to is a great rebounder in Justice Gardner to off the missed three, get a chance to go to the free throw line to extend the lead.
So 7:29 to go, fourth quarter. Gardner at the line, and it's no good. 43-37. We still stand with Crete with holding a 6-point advantage.
Yeah, Crete's got to, as you're trying to win these games that we've seen, Nick, right? The free throw line and keeping your fouls low in the fourth quarter definitely leads you to victory.
So second one coming up here for Justice Gardner. And he fires away, he connects, and it's 44-37. So 7-point differential here. Crete out in front of Skutt Catholic. Crete, the number 1 seed here in Class B, as Van Dyke has it for Skutt to Linderman. Linderman still with 2 cotton swabs up, 1 a nostril in the lane. The Van Dyke reverse layup doesn't count as a foul on the floor, and it'll be baseline inbound for Skutt.
Yeah, Van Dyke has came out and really asserted himself right from the get-go. A little bit faster than he did yesterday. Caught Vitak there in a negative closeout. It was able to draw the foul on the shot, or on the ground, excuse me.
7:15 to play, fourth quarter, 44-37. As Skutt looks to inbound, they get it into Scholl. He hands it off to Van Dyke. Van Dyke top of the key, Linderman. Linderman back left side, Kyle Cannon. Cannon almost got it taken away, but gets it back now to Van Dyke. Wide open 3-ball left side. Unable to connect. Tip in, try by Scholl. Can't get it. Ripped away. Offensive rebound. And Linderman will have a jump ball called, as I believe Vitak was the Crete player to get in there and have his mitts on the basketball, but possession arrow keeps it with Skutt.
Yeah, good job there by Linderman. He didn't mind have a previous bloody nose. He's getting in there and mixing it up pretty good today.
So here's Linderman. Linderman fakes the handoff, looking around now, does pass it to Cannon. Back to Linderman. Linderman takes the screen left from Scholl. Linderman in the center of the lane. Floater on the way off the glass. It falls. Nice take by Linderman.
Yeah, big 2 points there by the junior forward. Good job right there.
So Crete still having to break this Skutt extended defense as Vitak and McDowell playing it back and forth, and that's going to be a timeout by head coach Tony Siski. And Crete, as we'll step aside as well, it's a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside and come right back from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
All right, so out of the Crete timeout, it's 6:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Crete leads by 5, 44-39. Crete with the basketball after they almost got whistled for a 10-second violation. Now they'll get it in easily to Aiden McDowell. McDowell with 24 on the day brings it across the timeline to Justice Gardner. Gardner at the top of the key. Fakes the handoff to Agee. Now tried to pass it to him. Good close out there defensively by Van Dyke. Now near the logo, here's McDowell. McDowell back to Verton. Verton on the left side with 6 on the possession to Gardner. Gardner on the perimeter. That's not where you want to be. He tries to drive on Dodori. Fades away and an air ball as that's going to be a shot clock violation. Really good defense there by Will O'Doherty on the much bigger and physical Justice Gardner.
Yeah, Justice Gardner is struggling with his shot, from the field, and what he needs to do is try to get something going to the rim. He had actually the matchup that he wanted on the smaller guard. Didn't take advantage of it right there. Good job there by Skutt Catholic.
So on the left side, here's O'Doherty. Top of the key now near the logo. It's Linderman. Gideon Linderman playing some big minutes down the stretch here for Kyle Jorgens as Van Dyke gets it down low to Scholl. Scholl now in the far corner. He backs it down, kicks it down low. Cannon working on Agee, takes the contact high off the glass, can't get it to fall. Offensive board, Scholl, spin move in the lane, and he was fouled down on the floor by Crete.
Good offensive rebound there by Scholl to try to get up there and get it back there. Cannon right there had the easier shot, Nick, on the catch. Increased his difficulty rating, probably about 25%, and missed it, but Scholl was there to bail him out.
So 44-39, Skutt to inbound. Looking around, it's Kyle Cannon. Cannon gets it inside to the near corner. It's Linderman. Linderman trying to – Scholl wanted it down low on the block. Now Linderman still looking down there. Gardner trying to resist that. Temptation by Skutt in the lane. Dylan Van Dyke. Layup is good with the foul. Van Dyke's going to the line to shoot one more with Skutt down by just 3.
Yeah, good job there by Van Dyke. He caught Agee in a negative closeout there, was able to get to his left hand up off the glass, potential three-point play there. The one thing that they're doing, Skutt Catholic is doing, is they are letting Crete tell you what they're doing as far as who's going to help, and whoever's on the backside is getting an easy shot at the rim.
Van Dyke misses the free throw, and the rebound carries out to Agee. Agee pushing the pace, 3-on-2 break. Verton to a cutting McDowell. Layup, no good. Van Dyke just let McDowell fly right by. He thought he was going to get some contact. Scholl in transition, takes the bump. The layup, no good.
Yeah.
But Scholl will have 2 more at the free throw line.
Good job by Scholl is drawing the contact by Gardner and knew he was going to try to jump and block it. Gardner right there to save himself. The Scholl was a little bit out of control. He could have just stood his ground, potentially getting a charge or play and gamble that Scholl was going to miss the shot. Now he's at the free throw line with a little bit more momentum over at Skutt Catholic side.
Scholl fires away. It's good on the first attempt. 44-42 with one more free throw coming for Omaha Skutt Catholic.
Yeah, here comes Carter Resney in there where they needed just a little bit of Agee to get a little bit of a break right there. A little bit out of control for him. He's usually a heady player for a senior. Young sophomore has got to come in and play some big minutes here until they put him back in.
Second one on the way for Scholl is off back iron, missed it, and Gardner skies high for the defensive rebound. There's 2 missed free throws there, and that would have been a tie ball game, but instead it's 44-42. Gardner with it on the right side. Gardner dribbling with his right hand in the far corner. It's now Svitak. Svitak gives it back to Gardner at the top of the key. McDowell trying to get position down low, can't get the basketball into his hands. Now he does on the perimeter on the right wing. It's McDowell. He gets doubled as they bring Scholl out to the far side. On the 3-ball attempt, it's off the side of the backboard, and the rebound goes to O'Doherty. Skutt has numbers up the floor. Cannon, layup in the lane. No good. Tip try, can't get it. Scholl, layup. We tied at 44.
Yeah, Crete is definitely sped up right now. And I talked about when Aiden McDowell is playing the way he's been playing, you kind of sometimes throw the ball to him and watch. Crete is at their best when they're moving effectively in complementary basketball off of Aiden McDowell. You see a lot of standing around, not really crisp on their picks. They got to get going and try to get back into this game or try to finish out this game.
Here is Carter Resney after a Will O'Doherty foul on the floor. Taken away. Here comes Brock Scholl, ready to take flight. and Brock Scholl gives Skutt the 2-point lead, 46-44 off the steal. And Crete looking for answers as Resnick gives it to McDowell. McDowell with Crete down by 2, 4:07 to play, fourth quarter, and we have a timeout on the floor. Charge to the Crete Cardinals as Skutt has momentum, and they lead 46-44 here with just over 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Let's step aside and come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
So after a spurt by Omaha Skutt, they have now taken the lead 46-44 with 4:05 to play. And the number 1 seed Crete Cardinals are on the ropes. It's a sideline inbound here for Crete. PBA has risen to their feet. And we are ready to start play once again as they inbound it to Resnick. Resnick now left side McDowell. McDowell's been shut down for the most part in the second half by Skutt Catholic. Gardner in the left side of the lane spins it. Top of the key vert into Resnick. Resnick guarded by Van Dyke. Resnick spinning around with his pivot foot, passes it into the far corner to Gardner on the right wing. Gardner may have just hopped a little bit. Now Gardner pulls up, decides to pass up on the shot. Down low, it's Vitak against Scholk. Out of control shot, and the defensive rebound corralled by Skutt Catholic. Here comes Cannon, left side. Van Dyke for a 3. No good, in and out. And the defensive rebound by Vitak, who gives it to McDowell. 3:27 to play, fourth quarter. McDowell crosses over, working on O'Doherty, lost it into the hands of Vitak. Vitak splits the double team in the left side of the lane, underneath the bucket, circling around, picks up his dribble, looking for help, finds Resnick right in front of Coach Siski of Crete. Resnick fakes right, goes left, now spin move right, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Carter Resnick.
Yeah, that's a big call right there on Carter Resnick. I'm not really sure how much of an offensive foul that was. He was just trying to create a little space. He actually lost a little bit of the handle of the ball, and he was just going to get the ball. Huge call there in a time that Crete looked like they might have had a numbers to get back into this game or tie this game up.
And something of note there, Jay, also went against Dylan Van Dyke, who's been pushing off at times, extended with a little bit of the arm with him on his own right while he's been on offense. 2:56 to play, fourth quarter. Here is Skutt Catholic leading by 2, 46-44 left side. It's Cannon. Cannon crosses over, gets switched on Gardner, hesitates in the lane, kicks it out. Scholl for 3, unable to get it. Offensive board, Van Dyke, and the layup is good from the left side of the bucket.
Yeah, Van Dyke has been a thorn in their side. Yesterday it was Ebel, today it's Van Dyke. Skutt Catholic got guys stepping up just when they need them.
Into the corner, now short corner, jumper on the way. Vitak can't get it to fall, and a foul down low as McDowell draws it against, I believe, Will O'Doherty, and if so, that's O'Doherty's 4th.
Yeah, O'Doherty right there got played into a foul there by Aiden McDowell. It was a shove right there, but not probably as egregious as Aiden McDowell did a really good job to sell it. Now, if I'm Crete, I'm thinking we haven't gotten enough fouls, especially on our star player, so it was a good job by him.
3 ball on the way. McDowell can't connect, and a defensive rebound to Cannon. McDowell just 3 points in this second half after he dropped 21 in the first 2 quarters. 48-44, 2:11 to play in the fourth quarter, while Skutt holds a 4-point lead. The 4-seed Skyhawks trying to upset number 1 Crete. As on the left side, it's Cannon. Cannon now to O'Doherty. O'Doherty playing with 4 fouls. He's dropped 3 points here today. O'Doherty on the logo, passes right side to Linderman. 6 on the possession for Skutt Catholic. Cannon driving on McDowell, gets bumped, and it's a blocking foul on Justice Gardner.
Wow, that was a big call there. They got a big call, offensive call right there, and then missed the one, in my opinion, down there. Justice Gardner looked like he had established himself there on the left block, but nevertheless, Cannon's at the free throw line. Big call, 2 big calls going against the Crete Cardinals. Down by 4, Nick. Now they can't panic, right? They've been down at times in any game. Now they got to execute down the stretch.
Cannon drills the first free throw, 49-44 with 1:49 to play in the fourth quarter. The 5 out there for Skutt are Agee, Verton, McDowell, Gardner, and Zvitok. For Skutt, it's Cannon, who has just sunk 2 free throws. Linderman, O'Doherty, Brock Scholl in his 24 points, and Dylan Van Dyke. Here comes McDowell for Crete on the right side now. Gardner, top of the key, working with it. Hasn't used his dribble now, puts it on the deck. 3 ball on the way. McDowell, too strong. Rebound by Brock Scholl. Yeah. And Scholl has it above his head, who hands it off to O'Doherty. 1:29 to play in the fourth as O'Doherty being pressured by Gardner. And we have a Skutt Catholic timeout with 1:25 to go. It's a 30-second timeout. So we'll step aside and come back in just a moment here on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Nick Sainer with you, Jay Foreman alongside Josh Lill back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios. 1:25 to play in the fourth quarter, and Skutt has went on a run. 1:25 to go, and Skutt has a sideline inbound with the basketball and the lead. So Dylan Van Dyke to be the inbounder. They get it in to Cannon all the way on the far side of the floor. Now Cannon will bring it across the timeline, passes left side to Linderman. Linderman has played some big minutes. Now to O'Doherty. O'Doherty into the corner. Van Dyke dribbles in. Back out O'Doherty. Kicks it out to Linderman. To Van Dyke. Van Dyke. Pass deflected. Corralled by Linderman. Now to Cannon. And with 1:06 to play in the fourth, Crete trying to force a stop. His pocket's picked. Corralled by Van Dyke. He pops a 3 on the way. Off the right side. And the rebound caroms out to Cannon. Crete's going to have to foul at some point, down by 6. And then with a 54.4 on the game clock, Skutt calls another timeout, leading by 6, 50-44. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll step aside and come back in 60 seconds right here from PBA 93.7 The Ticket.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman back with you. So, Jay, with the help of a couple of our colleagues, Skutt on a 13-0 run to take a 50-44 lead in the final couple of minutes. Headlined, obviously, by this man, Brock Scholl, who gets the inbound pass. And he is fouled, as that is team foul number 6 on the Cardinals. And so Brock Scholl will go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws.
You know, Nick, this 13-0 run started with the foul on the three-point shot by Agee against Cannon. That was it. You gave him 3 points. Three that shouldn't. It's cardinal sin as a defensive player. They foul on a 3-point shot. You got to think about that if you come out on the losing end of it, because where did it start? And you got to go look at the cause and effect. Now, granted, they started hitting some shots after that, but the confidence that Skutt Catholic got, you bailed them out because they couldn't score up until that point, and then they just went on actually a 10-0 barrage from the field after that.
So 51.9 on the game clock, 51-44, as Scholl's second free throw is good, making a 15-0 run. At one point, Crete led 44-37 in the fourth quarter. Here is McDowell on the right side. McDowell turning around, top of the key. Agee for 3, and he's able to hit it. That's the first time we've called Agee's name. It's a 5-point ball game, 52-47 with 41 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, no time like the present that you need your Robin to Batman and McDowell to hit a three. And so Skutt Catholic, this game isn't over. There's a lot of time left, and they got to be able to get at least a couple possessions or a couple shots at the free throw line to fall to seal this deal. So if I'm Coach Siski, I'm talking about who gets the possession on a jump ball. I'm talking about what we're doing and when we're going to foul. And then also I'm talking about a philosophy based on what Skutt is able to do if they're able to get to the free throw line or score a basket at their end.
52-47 your score. Omaha Skutt leads by 5. That broke once again a 15-0 run by the Skyhawks on that Trace Agee three.
Hey, sometimes it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You start going on a run. Now we had Aiden McDowell going essentially 11-point, run on his own. Skutt Catholic, led by Scholl and Cannon, and some timely 3-point play by Van Dyke, who went on a 15-0 run. And so now it's up to Skutt Catholic to try to finish out this magical game that they've, probably wanted to get back to for quite some time, Nick. This is a prideful basketball squad here, and the defending state champions. They're not going to go out without a fight.
Yeah, as Jay mentioned, Skutt Catholic defending state champions, while Crete is looking for their first state title berth since 1975. Scholl gets trapped in the corner. They get it to Cannon. One-handed pass down the floor to Linderman, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Crete as Svitak was there to poke it out of his lap, and it went out of bounds. Luckily, a break for Skutt.
Yeah, all the breaks have been going on Skutt's side right here, probably the last quarter and a half, and so nevertheless, you got to still keep it with your game plan here.
Inside now onto the corner. At the three-point line is Kyle Cannon, and he is fouled. So Cannon will now go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Cannon on the day, just 7 points. A little bit of a different storyline than we saw yesterday from him.
Yeah, he was the lead dog until Zeeble started getting going on. Now, they start off with Scholl, and then you had a big game from Van Dyke as well. And so, when you think about Skutt Catholic and being a defending state championship type of squad, they lost a lot by, Scholl's older brother and company, the very senior-laden team last year. But the foundation that they put into that program just didn't go out of the door when the seniors went. You're seeing a very prideful game here today by Skutt Catholic.
So Cannon able to hit the first, and he hits both of them. 54-47, 29.4 on the game clock as McDowell comes up the floor. Across the timeline he goes. McDowell gets bumped by Linderman, no whistle. Now McDowell on the logo, dribbling right side, a lot of time coming off the clock. 3-ball, Agee on the way. Off the glass, no good. Scholl gets the defensive rebound, and Brock Scholl has 2 more free throws coming up, as Brock Scholl has dropped 27 points today for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, Scholl was able to bounce back after a tough game yesterday. And Brock Scholl, he watched Aiden McDowell go off in that first half, and he had a really good first half himself. He had 13 points in the first half. He's on his way to, he had 14 so far in the second half. So, look, Brock Scholl has been the guy all year for Skutt. You knew he was going to come to play. He's a big man at 6'8", 6'9", that has outside range. He's physical enough to handle inside. And he did a really good job there, Nick, when he got the chance to be inside to soften that defense up, and it's paid off late in the game.
Brock Scholl able to connect on the first one, second one on the way, no good. Brock Scholl with 28 points and 12 rebounds. As a taken away, Cannon running up the floor, 8 on the game clock. Skutt is going to hold on, and they are going to come all the way back and knock off number 1 Crete, 55-47. And Omaha Skutt, for the 3rd year in a row, is going to be playing in the Class B state championship game as they await the winner of our next game, Norris and Scotts Bluff. Crete can't hold on, and they fall to the Skyhawks, 55-47.
Man, great game and great job there by Coach Juergens and staff to find a way to slow down Aiden McDowell in the second half, held him to 3, but then also they withstood the barrage, right? And then what do we talk about with a player like Aiden McDowell? Sometimes when you're going off so much, you just get the ball to him and just sit there and watch, and nobody else was able to step up. But let's not also understate, Nick, the unfortunate injury to Ben Ehlers, right? And he's their emotional leader. He's their physical presence. He's a captain on the team. And without him out there really to settle this team down, you see some of the anguish, which I hate to see. Look, I mean, it's always one winner or loser. You hadn't lost all year. Came in 26-0. You've seen Aiden McDowell right there. He has a storybook career at Crete, and along with his senior class, have done a really good job. And so it's unfortunate for them, but they got beat by a team that got hot about the last, you want to say quarter, with 2 minutes in the third quarter, in the last quarter. And, look, it was spurred on by the 3-point foul, or foul on the 3-point shot. And then they went 12-0 run after Cannon hit the three free throws. So it's just the little things, right? It's you even though you're winning, right? And you're like, oh, it's just a foul. Well, you don't want to give a team like Skutt any momentum with a guy like Brock Shaw. So learning lesson for Crete. Hats off to Skutt Catholic. Yep. But, Nick, we only get about 15 minutes. We got to get ready for Norris.
Here we go.
In Scotts Bluff. This is going to be a battle right here, too.
There it is. 2-seed Norris and 3-seed Scotts Bluff ready to duel things out here in less than 20 minutes. Your final score, once again, Brock Scholl with 27 points, 12 rebounds on his stat line. Kyle Cannon adds 9. Dylan Van Dyke adds 12. Aiden McDowell for Crete finishes with 24 points as well. After dropping 21 in the first half, McDowell held to just 3 points in quarters 3 and 4 combined. That'll do it for us for our first Class B semifinal matchup. Omaha Skutt wins it, and they'll play in their third straight state championship game. They were runner-up in 2022. They won it last year, and they will attempt to go back-to-back tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. against the winner of the Norris Titans and the Scotts Bluff Bearcats. Thanks to Josh Lill back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios. We'll go ahead and send it back there and pick it back up here from PBA in less than 20 minutes right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money.